everyone, it's Jeanette and I'm here with the lovely Sammi and she'll be doing her class today. We hope everybody enjoys.
Hey everybody, welcome. So we're going to work a bit of some stability and flexibility, and let's start in a nice comfortable seated position. And we'll sit tall in the spine and allow your eyes to close, just gazing right through your eyelids to one steady point of focus. And as you anchor your sitting bones, draw the low belly in to lift your heart and let the shoulders relax back and down. And we'll just do a little breath work to get the lungs moving. Let's exhale the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale through the nose. And through your nose, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, let your arms relax open. On the inhale, sweep high to reach. And we'll bring the hands all the way down to the mat, coming onto a tabletop position. So however you need to transition, find all fours. And as you pull the low belly in, let's take the right leg straight back, nice and strong. Inhale, knee to nose, curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Hold here and send your left arm forward. Press through the earth as you reach out in opposite directions. Let's give it a breath. And release to all fours. Let's inhale the heart forward. Exhale, spine high. Ground and round. Come right back to neutral. Take the left leg straight back. Nice and strong. Inhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend, hold as you reach the right arm forward for 3, 2, and release to all fours. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, spine high. And we'll come right back to neutral. Let's tuck the toes under and lift the hips into downward facing dog. And just walk it out a little bit to loosen up the ankles and the knees and the toes. Feel into the neck, setting those shoulders in their sockets. Now as you come high to your toes, we're going to gently walk the hands and the feet to the middle of the mat. Just take your fold, little bend in the knees. You can catch opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy, maybe sway a little side to side, little movements. When you're ready to release that grip, spread your toes wide, anchor the feet, palms come together, and we'll round the spine all the way up to standing. Let's inhale to sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, heart. One more deep inhale. Exhale to the heart. And if you're okay closing your eyes, soften your gaze through your eyelids, taking a couple deep cycles here. And just take a few moments to settle into the breath and the heartbeat. Giving yourself this time to align with a simple purpose for your practice. As you get clear with it, just hold it right in your heart center. Let it guide you. And we'll seal with a full breath. Let's take a deep inhale. Long exhale. And as you let your arms relax, eyes open, we're gonna set mountain pose, which is the universal principles of alignment. So feet are about hips width apart, heels are right under the sitting bones, right behind the second and third toes, so the feet are parallel. Let's lift up all 10 toes, spread the toes nice and wide, and feel the four corners of your feet, so anchor the big toe mounds and the outer edges of your heels. And ground the little toe mounds in the inner edges of the heels, feeling those X's on the bottoms of the feet. Toes relax, let the arches lift, lightly cupping the floor. And we'll put a micro bend in the knees so the shins press a little forward, and as you engage your thighs, straighten the legs using muscular strength. And to neutralize the pelvic bowl, the tailbone drops down, and the lower pit of the abdomen pulls in and up. Let's take an inhale, fill the lungs. And draw your ribs in and down, sealing the core. As you inhale, lift the heart, and we'll draw the lower tips of the shoulder blades together and down. Palms can rotate a little forward to keep those shoulders back, and the jawline draws back just enough to lengthen the back of the neck, lifting the crown of the head straight up to the sky. And this makes us lighter to gravity, so gravity's hitting us right on the top of the head, instead of on the back of the neck. And we want to use these principles through all of the postures, so start to feel these in your body. Let's take a big inhale. Long exhale. Now as you inhale, sweep high, and we'll interlace the fingers, releasing the pointer fingers. Now keeping the low body rooted, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, upper body to the right, just an inch or two. Keeping the shoulders and hips squared forward, head centers right between the arms. Your right hand can pull the left hand to feel that length. Let's use the breath. Inhale to reach. Exhale to deepen your stretch. Inhale back to center, anchor strong, lift your heart. Take it to the left. And start subtle so that you can deepen in with each cycle of breath. Low belly pulls in, heart is lifting, and that left hand can pull the right hand. Maybe some depth into your exhale, one cycle. And as you come to center, arms can stay high, or you can bring your hands to the low back. I like to interlace the fingers. I'll pull the low belly in as you lift your heart. Gaze can walk up without letting your head fall back. So shoulder blades hug, lifting from behind the heart to lengthen the belly, between the belly button and the sternum. Maybe deepen it back as you exhale. And as you come to center, arms relax, mountain pose. Now we'll step to the very top of the mat, coming into some sun salutations. As you inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, folding at the hips, nice flat back. Inhale, lengthen. Right foot steps all the way back to your lunge. Now, as you stack your front knee vertical over the heel, let's lift the hips up, straightening that left leg as much as the hamstring allows. Now, neck is neutral with your spine, feeling the heart reach forward, lengthening as you breathe in, maybe hinging at your hips to deepen as you breathe out. Let's give it another breath. Now, inhale forward, ground your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Neutralize it out. Now, from your core, let's inhale forward to plank. And we'll modify plank by bringing the knees down. So nice straight line from the knees up through the back of the neck. Press the hands into the mat. Let's inhale. Elbows bend straight back, lower slow, all the way to the belly. Once you're down, untuck your toes to anchor. With the inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Again, the neck stays neutral with the spine. As you roll the shoulders back, feel the muscles along the spine engage, anchoring the tops of the feet, and maybe lift the heart a little inch, and relax it down. Let's inhale, press up to all fours, and draw the hips back, extended child's pose. And your head can relax, your elbows can drop down. You're always welcome to come back here anytime. As you spread your fingers wide, with your inhale, come forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder width, feet are hips width, neck is neutral. As you come high to the toes, let's take the right leg high, straight and strong. Gazing forward, knee to chest, step all the way through. Guide that foot if you need to. As you stack the front knee, let's straighten the front leg, lifting the hips. Keeping the hips as square to the earth as you can as you reach through the heart. Maybe hinging at the hips to deepen that right hamstring stretch. Let's give it a full body breath. As you inhale, come forward, exhale. Left foot steps up to the right and take your fold. Little bend in the knees, let's flip the palms. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold at the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Left foot steps all the way back. Now let's lower that back knee down as you untuck your toes, sweep the arms and the body high. Let's bring the right hand to the right thigh, pull the low belly in. As you anchor the back shin, reach through the fingertips, maybe gazing up without letting the head fall back. We're lifting up and out of the waistline, maybe some depth. And we'll come to center, ground the hands, find your lunge, take an inhale, and step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, coming forward to plank, feel free to modify with the knees down. Now press the mat with your hands, inhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Once you're down, untuck your toes, anchor, and pop up onto the fingertips if you can. Elbows straight back, inhale to lift the heart. Second cobra, maybe peeling the chest a little bit higher. We're strengthening the muscles along the spine by hugging the shoulder blades down and back, lifting the heart to lengthen the front of the body, and gently relax it down. As you plant your palms flat, tuck your toes under, straightening your legs, or modify with your knees down. Let's inhale, the bottom of the breath, press up to plank. Inhale, down dog as you exhale. Relax the neck, spread your fingers wide. As you come high to the toes, left leg sweeps high. Gazing forward, knee to chest, step all the way through. And we'll lower the right knee down as you untuck the toes, arms sweep high. Left hand to the left leg, you can give a little pressure to anchor. Use your core, pull in as you lift the heart. Maybe take the gaze up, deepening into the exhale breath. And as you come to center, ground your hands, find your lunge, reach the heart, exhale. Right foot steps up to the left and take your fold. Now we'll move into hands to feet from behind. As you reach your heart forward, bend your knees enough to glue your belly and thighs together, wrapping the forearms around the backs of the calves. So you can cup your heels with your hands. You can catch your ankles. I like to weave my arms between the calves to grip opposite shins. Neck relaxes, so head hangs heavy. Anchor those feet down as the hips lift up, maintaining the compression of belly to thighs. Crown of the head draws straight down towards the earth, maybe getting those legs a little straighter. Let's give it a full body breath. And as you release, hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Let's bring the palms together, tuck your chin and round the spine all the way up. Inhale to sweep high and relax the arms. We're gonna get into a little balance with awkward. So feet open, hips width apart, and the arms reach parallel to the earth. Roll those shoulders back and lift your heart. Core is strong, draw the hips straight back and bend your knees, just like you're about to sit into a chair. Now keep the low back spacious by dropping the tailbone down and lifting the heart. If you'd like to deepen, hips can sink until the thighs are parallel to the earth. From your core, maybe sit your spine back just an inch. One breath. And we'll come all the way back up. Now set your gaze to one point and lift your heels, balancing on the ball mounds of the feet. Little micro bend in the knees to get those heels to lift even higher. Stabilize, nice straight spine. Hips might sink slowly, just like you're sliding down a wall with your spine. Keeping your hips a few inches above the knees at the very deepest. Let's give it a breath. And we'll come all the way back up. Heels drop, arms relax, mountain pose. And we're gonna stay at the top of the mat and turn once to the right. As you inhale, arms sweep high. We'll take a big step out to the right, about 4 feet, 5 feet out wide. Arms come out parallel. Now on your right heel, pivot your toes towards the back of the mat, gazing over the right fingers. We're gonna bend that right knee to lower into the hips. So warrior 2, front knee is gonna stack vertical over the front heel, or the back heel, right heel. Heels align, and the shoulders set right over the hips, keeping the spine vertical. Now from here, let's gaze to the left, flip the palms up and tilt to the right, bent knee triangle. So you can rest your right forearm on top of the thigh or straighten your arm inside the right thigh. Left arm is straight up to the sky, making a beautiful line from the back of the neck all the way down through that left heel. And as you gaze up, your heart can open towards the sky, little spiral for 3, 2. We'll come right back to warrior 2 and straighten the right leg. Let's pivot the toes in, lift your heart, nice flat back, hinge forward and touch down. Now from here, ground your left hand under the left shoulder, right hand to the tailbone. Reach the heart to get long and stack your right shoulder open to the sky. Gazing up, right arm can reach if it stacks. Keep those hips level to the earth. Use your core to roll the heart open for 3, 2. And we'll release, switch it out. So ground the right hand, left hand to the tailbone. Keep those hips level as the heart reaches. Stack the left shoulder, gazing up. Left arm can reach if it stacks. Anchoring those legs equally to supply your core with the power to twist for 3, 2, and release it down. So reach the heart forward, send your arms wide like wings. We're coming all the way up. And the left toes are gonna spin to the left, top of the mat. As you gaze over those left fingers, bend your knee to lower into the hips. Adjust your feet wider if you need. Feeling the shoulders stack, set them down to lift your heart. And maybe the hips sink just enough. Let's gaze over the right fingers, flip the palms, tilting left. Get into that nice straight line all the way down through the right heel. Power in the legs as the heart reaches. You can roll the heart open to the sky for 3, 2, and we'll come right back to warrior 2. Let's straighten that left leg, pivot the toes in. Lift your heart, nice flat back, hinge forward one more time, touching down. Once the hands ground, you can bend your right knee and lean to the right. You can switch it out, bend that left knee, lean to the left. Maybe back and forth a few times. If you'd like to take a shoulder opener, once you come to center, you can interlace the fingers at the low back and lift the knuckles up and overhead. Just use gravity on that exhale to relax where you can. And when you're ready to release your hands down, reach the heart forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to cup the outsides of the feet with all 10 fingers. As you reach the heart through, legs might start to straighten, lifting the hips, elbows can bend. Now it's more important to have a straight spine than straight legs, so you can always bend your knees as much as you need here. Lengthening on the inhale, deepening into your exhale. Let's give it one more cycle. Now as you release, ground your hands, reach the heart forward, send those arms wide, we're coming all the way up. Now left foot meets the right foot, arms high, and relax them down. Now let's pivot once to face the top of the mat, standing at the back. Work a little balance here. Inhale to sweep high, and we'll interlace the fingers, release the pointers. Let's step the left foot forward. Now shift your weight, lift and point your right toes and lift your heart. Find that length. You can hold or slowly hinge forward. Now the depth isn't as important as the stability, so really find your roots in that standing leg, supplying your core with power to lengthen in opposite directions. At the very deepest, making a capital T with the body. Let's give it a breath. And we'll slowly release, so left foot steps back, right foot steps forward. Lift and point the left toes and try to touch the ceiling with the fingers. Hold that stretch and take it slow. Lengthening as you breathe in, deepening as you breathe out. Finding your edge. Let's give it one more here. And we'll slowly release. Right foot back, arms relax. Take a breath in, mountain to neutralize. Now inhale to sweep it high. Palms touch. Let's step that left foot forward, just a foot or two. And we're gonna bring the left hand to the hip, reach the right arm up as you hinge, placing your hand on the left shin, the foot, or the floor. Now keep the legs rooted equal as you reach the heart. Stack your left shoulder to the sky. Twisting triangle, left arm can reach if it stacks. Hips are level to the earth, keeping the spine nice and straight as you twist through the core. For 3, 2, and release. Touching down, working a little balance as you ground your hands. Sweep your right leg straight back. So as the hips stay square to the earth, that's standing splits. You can stay right here. If you want to work a little more balance, ground the left hand, Right hand to the hip as you open up into half moon. Stacking the right hip and shoulder over the left. Right hand can stay to the hip or reach up to the sky for 3, 2. As you square your hips, plant your hands. Right foot meets the left and take your fold. Palms together, round that spine all the way up. Inhale to sweep, palms touch. Let's step the right foot forward. Anchor to lift the heart, right hand to the hip. Flat back as you hinge. So hand on the shin, foot, or floor. Reach the heart and stack that right shoulder, gazing up. Right arm can reach if it stacks. Long on the in-breath. Little twist on the out-breath. 3, 2, and we'll touch down. Ground the hands, take that left leg high, standing splits. And you can hold here or a little more challenge, half moon. Right hand grounds, left hand can come to the hip or sky as you open up. Keeping your gaze set for balance. Pulling in through the core to reach out in all directions for 3, 2. As you square your hips, ground the hands. Left foot meets the right and take your fold. Now palms together, tuck your chin. We'll round all the way back up. And relax the arms, mountain pose. We're gonna work a few more balancing postures and we'll start with eagle. So as you inhale, sweep your arms high. And we'll sweep the right arm under the left. So you can hook at your elbows and grip opposite palms or shoulders. As you lift your heart, bend your knees and sweep your right leg up. Wrap it over the left leg. And your foot can hover, hook around the calf, or touch down for more balance. Squaring the shoulders and the hips forward as you lift your heart to sit tall. Low belly pulls in. Grounding the left heel, hips might sink a little deeper for 3, 2, and release. Arms sweep high. Other side, left arm under the right. Find that grip. Lift your heart, bending the knees. Left leg comes up. Wrap it over. Take your time. Seal the inner thighs together the best you can, hugging to that center line of gravity. Anchoring from the waist down, lifting from the waist up. Ground into that right heel as your hips begin to sink. For 3, 2, and release. Arms sweep high. And relaxing down. Move right into standing bow. Inhale to sweep high. So left palm faces forward, windmill your right arm back. And the left foot anchors as you bend your right knee to grip the inside of the foot or the ankle. You can grip the outside as well, it's just a different shoulder rotation. So knees come together. As you ground, lift your heart. You can hold here or track your right foot back. Set your gaze steady to one point. You can pause as you breathe in, maybe some depth as you breathe out. Finding your edge. One breath. Nice and slow. We'll release. Switching sides, so right arm high. Left arm back, palm out. Anchor that right foot to bend your left knee, getting your grip, knees together, anchor to lift. And you can stay or you can move slow. Feel free to pause as you breathe in. Little depth if you're deepening on that exhale. Now fingertips are gonna come to forehead level. That's our arrow, or bow and arrow. Reach it out. Let's give it one more here. Nice and slow. Releasing. Right back to mountain pose. Take a breath to neutralize. Standing posture, tree. So let's anchor the left foot. Right knee's gonna bend up, and if you can, give it a hug, sandwiching the calf and hamstring together. Rotate at your hip to the right, and you can either place your foot on top of that left thigh, holding the foot with the left hand, or you can bring the bottom of the foot inside the left thigh, the calf or the ankle. Now hips are nice and level, so neutral pelvic bowl, one or two hands to heart center, ground from the waist down, lift from the waist up. You can stay, maybe the arms want to extend high. If you're rooted, the gaze can walk up to the sky. Nice and slow, palms come back to heart center. And relax that right foot. We're gonna switch sides, left knee bends. Hug it in if you can. Rotate at your hip to the left. You can place your foot on top of the thigh or inside the leg. Just make sure it's above or below your knee joint. One or two hands to the heart. Use your core to pull in as you anchor, lift the heart, and maybe those arms want to extend. Keeping the shoulders down, keeping the breath steady, gaze can walk up. Nice and slow, palms come back to heart center. And relax that left foot. One more mountain pose to neutralize. We're gonna step to the very top of the mat. And let's open the feet wide, mat's width. We'll lower the hips into a prayer squat. So if your knees are sensitive, just keep the hips level to the earth. Otherwise, hips can lower all the way down. Elbows are inside of the knees, palms to heart center, and you can press the knees in opposite directions with your elbows. Tailbone drops, lifting your heart. And maybe the eyes close as you give it a few cycles of breath. Keep those hips low. We're gonna ground the hands behind and lower the hips to the mat. And as you plant your feet flat, ground your hands behind you. Find a good angle for your wrist. As you anchor down, lift your hips up, bringing your belly flat to the sky, neutral neck. Setting those shoulders back and down. Just like a tabletop, keeping that belly flat to the sky for 3, 2, and we'll lower the hips. Give your knees a hug and sit as tall as you can. Lift your heart and feel into your sitting bones. We're gonna balance into boat. So as you grip the backs of your legs, you can lean back enough to lift the shins parallel to the sky. Roll those shoulders back. And if you'd like to extend, the legs can straighten. Arms might reach forward or high to the sky. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now just the legs. Lower straight down. Sit tall and reach. Keep the spine straight. As the arms extend forward, we're going to hinge back just an inch or 2. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, hinge. inhale nice and high. Put your brakes on. We're gonna hinge all the way back. And once you're back, give your knees a hug into the chest. You can rock if it feels good to rock. Maybe some circles around the low back. Get into a little more core here. So let's ground the right foot flat on the mat, left leg high to the sky, nice and straight. Now, the belly button pulls down to anchor the low back. You can either reach the fingertips straight up. I like to interlace behind the head, keeping the elbows out to the sides. As you lift your head and shoulders, you can straighten that right leg long on the mat if you'd like. We're gonna pulse the upper body for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Switch those legs. Pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Both legs high. Now inner thighs hug together. And we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. As you relax your head, happy baby. Bend the knees, grip the feet. Nice flat back if you'd like to rock. And when you're ready to release, ground both feet flat. We're gonna ground the elbows next to the rib cage. Now fingers towards the sky for bridge. As you anchor the feet, lift your hips up. And you can snuggle your shoulder blades closer to interlace your fingers under the low back. Now try to inch your feet closer towards your hips and lift your heels, coming to the ball mounds of the feet, pressing those hips up to the sky. And you can hold here or take your left leg high. Point your toes as you reach for 3, 2. We'll switch the legs. Right leg high, point and lift for 3, 2. Now ground that right foot, keep your heels high. Press the hips to the sky for 3, 2. And try to keep the hips lifted as you lower your heels back down for 3, 2. Release the grip, lower the hips, and let your knees windshield wiper a little side to side. Loosen up the hips and the low back. And when you're ready to come to center, let's give the knees a hug. And if you're okay to rock forward and back on your spine, you can build a little momentum to come to your seat. If you don't want to rock, you can just roll to your side and press up. Now we're going to come onto our belly. So ground your hands, walk those feet back. And from your plank, we'll lower all the way down. And once you're down, slide your elbows right under the shoulders for Sphinx. We're going to lengthen those core muscles. Now tops of the feet anchor down about hips width apart, kneecaps can lift. And as the belly button pulls in, engage the core to anchor those elbows, lifting the heart. And if you want to deepen here, you can straighten your arms. Maybe inch the hands closer to the hips. Gaze can walk up. Feel free to bend the knees, point the toes, lengthening for 3, 2. We'll lower the feet first, lower the elbows. Bring your chin to the mat. Slide your arms by the body, palms flat, legs together. Exhale. Let's lift the heart, lift the feet, and set those shoulders back and down. You can open your wings or interlace your fingers at the low back and draw the knuckles back. For 3, 2, let's go ahead and bend the knees, catching the outsides of the feet for floor bow. Knees close together as you anchor the hips, give a little kick into the hands. And you may be able to kick those feet higher to the sky for 3, 2, nice and slow, release it. Bringing the chin down, plant the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, we'll press up to the knees. Open the knees wide as you pull the hips back to the heels, resting your head. Peaceful warrior, neutralizing the spine. Now as you spread your fingers wide, we're going to plant the hands under the shoulders. Keep the knees open as you sit tall on your heels. The shins are anchoring down. You can plant your hands behind, tent the fingers. And as you ground down, we're going to lift the hips up, press them forward into cowboy, cowgirl, stretching the quads and the hip flexors. So keep the pelvic bowl neutral so you're not crunching the low back. Just lengthen the front of the legs for 3, 2. And we'll lower the hips. Sit tall, neutralizing here. And we're gonna stay with the hips to the heels, but bring your knees together. And touch your feet with your hands for rabbit. As you lift your heart, tuck your chin and round your forehead towards your knees. And as you cup your heels with your hands, lift your hips to the sky, rounding your spine like a rabbit. Now chin tucks to keep the back of the neck rounded as you lift the center of your spine straight up to the sky. Full body breath. Take your time to lower the hips, rounding up one vertebra at a time. Chin comes up last. And as you ground your hands forward, we're going to open the knees hips width to stand tall on the knees. Now, bringing the palms to the low back or the glutes for camel as you anchor the shins, pull the low belly in to lift your heart. Shoulders are back and down. Gaze can walk up without letting the head fall back. And maybe the hands walk down the backs of the legs. You can tuck your toes under if you'd like a little lift, catching the heels, lifting up and out of the low back, breathing into that deep front line opener. For 3, 2. Palms to the low back, come up square. And as you ground your hands, we'll neutralize on a tabletop. Let's inhale the heart forward. Exhale, spine high. One more deep inhale to lengthen. Long exhale to round. Now, as you come to neutral, let's send the left foot straight out to the left. Toes point forward as you draw your hips back towards that right heel. And your head might be able to relax all the way down. Just allow your breath to flow as you feel that left inner thigh lengthen, the adductor. Ground your palms. Let's come forward. We're going to stand tall on the right knee so you can walk your hands up the legs. Left hand on the left thigh, right arm reaches up. As you gaze up, take it up and over to the left. Using the inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to deepen into your stretch. And we'll bring those hands back down. Find your tabletop. Let's inhale the heart forward. Exhale, spine high. Inhale forward. Exhale high. And as you come back to neutral, other side, right leg straight out to the right, toes forward. Let's draw the hips back, lengthening that right inner thigh. Forehead and elbows might drop down. And just feel the weight of gravity resting on your body as you exhale. As you spread your fingers with your inhale coming forward, we'll stand tall on the left knee, walking the hands up, right hand to the right leg, left arm reaches, gazing up as you take it over. Use those legs to anchor as you reach. Little depth into your exhale. Now we'll ground both hands down, finding all fours. This time let's tuck the toes and lift the hips into downward facing dog. You can walk it out or settle right in. And we'll move into one-legged pigeon. Let's come high to the toes. Take your right leg high and draw your knee forward behind the right wrist, foot to the left. Square the hips as you lengthen out. And you can stay high on your hands and move deeper. As deeper expressions, you can always relax down as well. Just be where you need to be at this point. Ready to ground your palms under the shoulders. We're going to lift the upper body and lean into your right hips. We're going to lean to the side, sweeping that left leg around to ground your foot outside of the right knee. And we want to make sure both sitting bones are anchored. So if your left sit bone is lifted, straighten out your right leg so you're grounded flat. And we'll place the left hand behind, close to the tailbone. Right arm sweeps to hook the outside of the knee or hug it. And as you lengthen your spine, spiral the gaze back. Sitting tall as you breathe in. Little twist as you breathe out. Let's give it one more. Keep the low body as it is. We're just going to unwind the upper body to the right. As you come to center, we'll switch those legs out. So right foot outside of the left knee. Left leg can be straight or bent. And as you ground your right hand behind, left arm sweeps up. And you can hook the outside of the knee or give your knee a hug. Do what's best for your shoulder. Lengthen up through the heart as you spiral the gaze back. Tall on the inhale. Twisting through your exhale. One more. your low body where it is, and we'll gently unwind the upper body to the left. And as you come to center, if your left leg is straight, lean into that left hip, bend your knee to sweep your heel towards your right hip. Other side of pigeon, we're gonna sweep the right leg behind. Plant your hands to square your hips off to the mat, lengthening your back leg and your spine. And you can stay to the hands, stretching out here. You can move deeper or relax down anytime. Feel ready. Let's ground the hands under the shoulders. Lift your upper body. So we'll lean into that left hip and pivot once to your right. So we're gonna face the side. Right leg is straight out. Left knee bends, pulling the left foot close to the body. Now as you bend your right knee enough, you can either toe lock your big toe or catch the top or side of the foot. Left arm sweeps up, gaze up as you straighten out the right leg. Just reach up and over towards that right foot. Just make sure both sitting bones are anchored, lifting as you breathe in, little depth as you breathe out. Good. When you're ready, we're going to release back to center. Straighten the left leg out. Bend that right knee in. Switching sides. Left knee bends as much as you need to grip your foot. Right arm reaches, gazing up. Take it over. Just lengthen on the inhale. Little depth into your exhale. Center. Keep the left leg straight and extend your right leg out straight as well. One hand grounds in front of you, one behind you to inch your hips a little forward. Flex the toes to the sky. And you can plant both hands behind, lean back a little bit to lift your heart, letting the belly open. And you're welcome to stay here, or you can plant your hands in front of you and walk them forward. Try to keep that spine nice and straight. Forearms can come down. Maybe the head comes down. Let's give it a few cycles of breath. Now when you're ready to release, hands under the shoulders, lift your upper body, and we're going to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers on the outsides of the feet, and try to get your heels close to your sitting bones, dropping the knees down as you lift your heart, shoulders back and down, sitting tall and light. And you can stay here, or belly button pulls in, tuck the chin, rounding the forehead towards the toes. Elbows can bend out to the sides. Just breathing through the spine. Now if if you're rounded, keep the chin tucked and slowly round up. Chin comes up last. Float the knees together and give them a hug as you sit tall to lengthen. We're going to pivot once to the left, facing the top of the mat. Send those legs forward with a little bend in the knees. Arms sweep high. Hinging forward, you can either toe lock your big toes, catch the tops or sides of the feet, shoulders roll back, and keeping the spine straight, legs can straighten out as well. Lengthen on the inhale, maybe some depth into your exhale. Stretching those hamstrings and calves, the whole back band of muscles through the legs and the spine. Your inhale, let's take the arms high. Put your brakes on and lower all the way back. Give those knees a hug. And we're gonna set up for a twist. So arms extend wide. Let's lower the knees over to the left, gazing over the right shoulder. Now any expression you'd like, if you wanna straighten that left leg long on the mat, that might feel nice. Grip the right foot with your left hand, straightening the leg, wherever you need to be with it. Cycle here. Take your time to bring those knees back to center. Squaring off, we'll switch sides. So knees to the right, gazing left, adjusting however you'd like. This side might feel completely different as well. Time, coming right back to center, square those hips off, and as you ground your feet, you can either bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open. You can also bring your knees together and open your feet wide so the knees rest on each other. Just let your hands relax where it's comfortable to rest, on the hips, the belly, the heart, maybe open wide to the sky. Just feel all the work that you've just done. Hour of moving the body, breathing consciously. Just let it echo through your body. Feeling your heartbeat, your purpose. And you're welcome to relax like this if you're comfortable here. Anytime you can extend your legs out long to the corners of your mat. Arms can open nice and wide. Maybe snuggling those shoulder blades together, supporting your heart, your neck. And just allow the muscles in your face to relax, your eyes and your jaw, your cheeks. And feel the power of the earth that supports your body. Every muscle permission to let go and relax, to neutralize all your efforts here. Take your time to soften in Shavasana. I'll play a little song I wrote. Do you think it'd be alright if I sing with you tonight? As the dog shares the day, take your time where you are. Relax as long as you need to. And thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a beautiful practice and practice as much as you need. From my heart to yours, namaste.
Namaste.